One quiet night, deep in the heart of the jungle, a little boy named Mowgli felt a gentle rumble in the earth beneath him. It wasn't the sound of danger. It was something else. Something big and strong and watchful. He felt safe, as if a quiet guardian was watching over him from the shadows. Mowgli was near the river, his small basket filling with sweet, colorful fruits. The air was still. The usual symphony of jungle sounds, the chirping crickets, the croaking frogs, the distant call of a night bird had all gone quiet. It was too silent. Mowgli paused, his hand hovering over a bright red berry. He tilted his head and listened, his senses alert. What had hushed the jungle? He scanned the dense wall of trees, his eyes trying to pierce the deep green darkness. The silence stretched on, thick and heavy, like a blanket laid over the world. He felt a prickle on his skin, not of fear, but of deep curiosity. Something was near. Then, from the space between two ancient banyan trees, a magnificent creature stepped into the soft moonlight. It was a black panther. Its coat was like polished jet, absorbing the light and shadows equally. Its movements were fluid and silent, each step placed with deliberate grace. The panther's eyes, the color of warm ember, were calm and intelligent. They held no threat, only a serene and powerful presence. Mowgli stood frozen for a moment, mesmerized by the panther's beauty and strength. He wasn't afraid. He felt a strange connection to this majestic animal. Shh! In a soft whisper, barely disturbing the quiet air, Mowgli asked, "Are you here to help me?" The great panther looked at Mowgli, its gaze steady and reassuring. It seemed to understand the boy's question, to understand the unspoken language of the heart. Slowly, with a quiet dignity, the panther lowered its noble head and then lifted it again in a single, clear nod. A wave of relief and wonder washed over Mowgli. He wasn't alone. This powerful guardian of the jungle was with him. The silence was not one of emptiness, but of respect. The jungle was holding its breath, watching as a new friendship began to form under the gentle glow of the moon. Without a sound, the panther turned and began to walk, its long tail swaying gently. It beckoned Mowgli to follow with a subtle glance over its shoulder. Mowgli didn't hesitate. He trusted the panther completely. It led him away from the familiar riverbank and toward a part of the jungle he had never seen before. The panther revealed a secret path hidden behind a curtain of hanging vines. The path was carpeted with soft moss that cushioned their footsteps and bordered by tall, whispering grasses. As they walked deeper, tiny fireflies began to appear, their gentle lights blinking on and off, creating a magical, twinkling tunnel just for them. They walked slowly, in comfortable silence. There was no fear in Mowgli's heart, only a growing sense of peace and trust. The panther was his guide, leading him through the jungle's hidden wonders. As they continued along the secret path, the jungle around them began to stir with life again. But this time, it was different. It wasn't the noisy clamor of the day, but a quiet, respectful greeting. The creatures of the jungle emerged from the shadows, not to hide, but to acknowledge their protector. Near a small, moonlit pond, an old turtle slowly lifted its head from the water and seemed to smile at them, its ancient eyes full of wisdom. High above, perched on a thick branch, a family of monkeys watched with curious, bright eyes, chattering softly amongst themselves as if sharing news of the special travelers. A great horned owl, with feathers as soft as the night, swooped silently overhead, its wide wings barely making a sound. It circled once, a guardian of the sky, before disappearing back into the treetops. The Black Panther greeted each one with a calm dip of its head, a silent exchange of respect. It was clear this panther was more than just an animal. It was the heart of the jungle, its protector, and all its inhabitants lived in harmony under its watchful eye. Suddenly, the air grew cooler. Slurt. The stars began to disappear, hidden by dark, heavy clouds that rolled in from the horizon. A low, soft rumble of thunder echoed in the distance. It wasn't an angry, crashing sound, but a deep, gentle rolling, like a giant sleeping soundly. Mowgli, who had felt so brave just moments before, felt a small shiver of fear. He looked up at the darkening sky, then at the panther. The great animal must have sensed his unease, because it moved closer, its strong, warm body brushing against Mowgli's side. The silent gesture was enough. It said, "Do not worry. I am here." Together, they found shelter under the sprawling branches of a giant fig tree, its leaves as large as plates, creating a natural, sturdy roof. The rain began to fall, a soft patter at first, then a steady, calming rhythm on the leaves above. But no harm came to them. Tucked safely under the tree, Mowgli watched the rain cleanse the jungle, feeling protected and secure. He understood then that the jungle trusted its panther, and so could he. The storm was not a threat, but just another part of the jungle's song. As dawn approached, the storm passed. The rain stopped, and the clouds parted, making way for the first golden rays of morning sun. The light filtered through the leaves, painting streaks of gold across the damp jungle floor. Everything smelled fresh and clean and new. Mowgli stood up and stretched, a wide, happy smile spreading across his face. He felt renewed. The Black Panther was looking out toward the vast, awakening jungle, its duty as a nighttime guardian nearly complete. Mowgli walked over to the panther and placed a gentle hand on its sleek back. "I will always remember you," he said, his voice full of gratitude. "Thank you for showing me the jungle's heart." The panther turned its amber eyes to him one last time. "Shid." Then it slowly lifted one of its large paws and gently pressed it onto the soft earth, leaving a perfect print. It was a silent promise. A promise of protection, a promise of friendship, a promise that he would never truly be alone. The jungle began to breathe softly again. The birds started their morning songs, and the animals began to stir from their sleep, ready for a new day. The leaves of the trees rustled gently in the morning breeze, high on a sun-drenched rock overlooking the entire valley. The Black Panther sat, a silent silhouette against the rising sun. It was watching, protecting, the quiet guardian of the jungle, forever keeping its promise. Did you enjoy this peaceful jungle story? We have many more calm adventures waiting for you. Subscribe to our channel to join us again. Good night, and sleep well.